Good morning all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Monday morning, July 1st. Looking at Window Trader's market profile of the ES and NQ. So as the calendar turns into the second half of the year, let's just take 1 second to reflect. I think a good thing to do as traders, if you had a good first half of the year, continue doing what you're doing, right? Remember, confidence, not cocky, is the key. Remember, there's always something to improve on, no matter how good first 6 months you had. There's always something to improve on yourself in trading. If you didn't have a good first half of the year, hang in there. Start by being, right now, today, more disciplined, which will lead to more consistency, which will lead to very good confidence. You need those three things to be a trader for the long haul, okay? It is a marathon, not a sprint. So please keep those things in mind. Okay. As far as starting off, now remember this week's going to be a little interesting. It's only 3.5 days, but there's still a lot of things out. You have jolts tomorrow. You have the Fed minutes after the market closes Wednesday, because the market closes at 1 p.m. And then that means for Friday morning, you'll be digesting the Fed minutes and non-farm payroll, right? And that's going to be interesting considering a lot of people who probably won't be trading both maybe Wednesday and Friday. So keep that stuff in the back of your head. As far as today goes, let's take one day at a time. We went out with a pretty decent price probe to the downside on Friday, right? We tried early on to bring the dailies out of balance to the upside. And for my money's worth, we just stretched it, okay, in both ES and NQ. And then we probed lower. So the most positive response for bears would be to open below the base of the price probe, okay? We're not doing that right now. All right. Now, a lot of people would say they're using G's low as the beginning of the price spike. And you can do that. I like using two things, price spike, price probe. The more important one to me is L's low because that's where you'd have value, right? If you open below G's low, it's still unchanged value. Okay, now NQ only had one because G's low was their low until M took it out. We took out G's low in J, K, and L. So whatever you want to use, the bottom line is this. In NQ, line in the sand is G's low. If bears defend it, well, then there's a good chance you're going to go get the overnight low, and then we'll see if we're going to finally come out of a balance low. Right now, again, I'm using this as my balance low. Okay? On the flip side, if the bulls are able to get an open either above it or open and get right back above it to start pulling value back to unchanged, right? Just because you open below it or above it doesn't mean one side or the other is being accepted just yet. You need a little time, right? But acceptance will be huge because it's accepted above, you'll go for the overnight highs. Accepted below, you'll go for the overnight lows, okay? That's basically your line in the sand right now for today's action early on. G's low, which is also value low in NQ. For ES, you could use two levels. You could use L's low, the base of the price probe, and even G's low if that's where you feel the market spiked from. Okay? Plain and simple. That's a good chance is going to determine, at least early on, who wins the day. We still have not gotten into the second distribution or the first distribution from the 17th of June in ES. Well, if we start getting acceptance below L's low, maybe we go and fill those and see what we do at the rollover gap. NQ got into their rollover gap, but never filled it. And then on the charts, let's just look quickly here. We recapped everything on Friday, so if you have a chance, you can watch Friday's video. So 6 months in the book, monthly very healthy in the S&P as they've gone balance, bull. Very nice. Weekly, still up. Inside week for ES. Okay? Inside week does not stop the one-time framing, so we're one-time framing up for 4 weeks in the S&P. But it is an inside week, so keep an eye on that. And the daily, once again, they attempted to come out of balance, but never did. So right now, it's a 9-day balance, day 10 starting today. Good luck trading today. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to this channel. Why don't you come check us out at CamelbackTrading.org to start the second half of the year. Right? Come, it's $40 a month or $90 for the quarter. Payable, all payable through PayPal or Venmo. Come check us out and see if we're right for you. Thank you for liking and subscribing to this channel, and we'll recap at 4 p.m.